Well, yes, I am going to be making my, I don't know if I would say a Hollywood debut, but it is a Hollywood movie that I have been cast in, World's Greatest Dad, which is going to be at the Seattle International Film Festival Saturday and Sunday, June 6th and June 7th. The way that I was cast for the movie was an absolute complete surprise. I got an email from the casting director who actually lives here, Denise Gibbs. And in fact, I thought when I saw the email that I was being pitched to do a story about Robin Williams. I have something on in my ear, so I'm going to turn that off while I'm talking to you. And so when I read it, I didn't really read it. I thought, oh, they're just trying to get me to do a story about Robin Williams. It said, though, when I finally looked at it later on when I was still at work, it said, I am casting a movie that is being directed by Bobcat Goldthwait, starring Robin Williams, and I wanted to know if you'd be interested in auditioning for a role. So, frankly, I thought it was a joke. No one had ever asked me to audition for any movies. I had been in plays in high school and college, but I had not done that for quite a long time. And so I responded, yes, I'm interested. And then incredibly, she wrote back and said, great, well, we're interested in you, which was a complete surprise. So she came to the station to do an audition with me, and she told me a little bit about the role, that I would be playing a television psychiatrist with a show, since I'm a television reporter, and that Robin Williams, actually the actor Robin Williams, would be coming on my show to talk about the suicide of his son. And so I had very few lines, but enough to say hello, you know, welcome to my show, and then I've forgotten Robin Williams' character's name. I think it was Lance something. And so, my goodness, I don't remember what day of the week that was. Maybe it was a Monday. The next Tuesday or Wednesday, I went to the school, an abandoned school here in Seattle, and where I met Bobcat Goldthwait, who most people know as a comedian. I sadly did not know very much about him at all. And then, of course, Robin Williams, everyone knows who he is, and I met them both. But I still didn't know whether I was going to get the role, and really I didn't think I would. I just couldn't imagine that I would be cast in a movie with Robin Williams, no less. And so that was a Wednesday, and then later that day I got the word that I had been cast in the movie, which was the most astonishing thing. And so about 2 weeks later, I filmed the movie with Robin Williams and with Bobcat Goldthwait. And I have to say that I've met many stars, or few of them anyway, in the 30 years I've been a reporter. Yes, it's been that long. And I have to say I haven't been treated any better by anybody, period, than I was by both of them. They were so generous, so kind. They actually acted like I might know what I was doing. And they were just lovely at making it very easy for me to do it. I had my own trailer. My character's name is Dr. Dana. So I went to the set, and there was my trailer, and then they have my picture on these big banners, Dr. Dana. This is my show, as I said, he was coming on. And then we spent most of we did the shooting of the scene, which we did many times, just so we could both get it right. And I think we were doing it for about 3 hours, and it's so amazing. Now I understand when people talk about movies and they don't know what's in the rest of the movie, and they haven't seen any of the other sets, and they haven't met any of the other people, because that is exactly what happened to me. I worked on that movie for 1 day. That is it. I arrived at 11 o'clock in the morning. I left at 7 o'clock at night, and I never had anything else to do with the movie. So I am as eager as anyone would be to see it, although I do worry about seeing my face on that big screen. But I have no idea where it is in the movie. I do know, however, that I made the cut because someone who was at Sundance in January at the Sundance Film Festival in Utah texted me and said he had just seen the movie, so I know a part of it was in there. And a part of the reason was because in one of the takes we did, Robin Williams cried, and you know, I'd had a high regard for him as an actor, seeing him on the screen, as we all have, but to meet him in person, to have him be so kind and generous to me, and to really see the work that went into that role, just becoming a part of it, feeling like he was the dad. And as I told him, for a moment I forgot completely that we were acting. I really felt he was the person, and that he was on a show with me, and I'm a professional, and so I had to make sure that he didn't fall apart too much. As sad an occasion as it was, he, as I say, is talking about his son who committed suicide. So it was just a wonderful, glorious experience. As I say, I am eager and filled with a bit of trepidation about seeing myself in the movie, but I am really looking forward to it, and I'm going to be there Saturday along with other cast and crew members. I don't know who will be there, but I know that I will, and maybe Robin Williams, I'm not sure, maybe Bobcat Goldthwait. I will say that this happened before Robin had his heart surgery, which many of you, if you are fans of his, know about, and I did happen to see him on the David Letterman show, and he looked fine, just like he had when I saw him. So it was a wonderful experience, and no matter what, I will always remember fondly July of 2008 when I sat across from Robin Williams in a movie. So I hope that you will see it as well. June 6th is when it comes out on SIFT, June 6th and 7th, and then it goes out into general release in August. I think it's August 20th. Hopefully it'll be on in a theater near you.